What's going on, guys? This is Chris here, and today is August 9th, 2022, and in this video we're going to be discussing the reasons for why Andy Murray was never able to join the other members of the Big Three and truly dominate the game despite having very similar mental strengths to Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal. Now, before we get into this topic, I'd like to encourage you guys, if you are new to this channel, to please take a minute to hit the subscribe button down below. That'll keep you notified of any time we release additional content like this. And of course, if you enjoy videos like this, then please be sure to share this video with your friends. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get into it. So before we get into today's topic, I'd like to mention that I'm over at the Silver Lake recreational tennis courts today. You guys might remember these courts from video number 50 where I played Peter over at these courts. I absolutely love this park. They did a phenomenal job with it. It's very spacious and very green, as you guys can probably tell. You know, we're here in August, so we've got all the plants, you know, growing, and it's just a nice day to be here. But anyway, to go ahead and get into today's topic, the reason for why Andy Murray was not able to have the same level of success as Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. So I think a lot of that really comes down to the weaponry in Andy Murray's game. And if you think about it, Roger Federer had one of the best serves in the game at one time. And I would also say that he had one of the best forehands as well. Rafael Nadal certainly had one of the best left-handed forehands that I've ever seen, and Novak Djokovic had one of the best two-handed backhands of all time, and probably one of the best return of serves also of all time. Now, Murray's strength would really be his mentality and also his knowledge of how to construct points. Andy Murray was exceptionally gifted when it came to understanding the game, and because he was so good at that, it allowed him to win Wimbledon titles, the US Open, a lot of Masters events. He really made up for, in my opinion, his lack of weaponry because he has such a great understanding of how to construct points in tennis. Now, where I would say Andy was maybe hurt a little bit would be really with the rest of his game. His serve was decent, but it was a little bit average, I would say, for a guy that was 6'3", 6'4". He probably could have had a better serve, to be honest about it. If you look at Nick Kyrgios, who's the exact same height, Nick has one of the best serves in the game. And then if you look at his forehand, Andy's forehand, in my opinion, also wasn't really that great for a top-level guy. Now, his backhand is phenomenal. He has one of the best backhands definitely in the game right now. I would only put it behind maybe Djokovic and maybe one or two other guys, but his backhand is very, very good. And his volleys are good. But Andy's defensive movement is maybe not quite as good as the other Big Three members, and I feel that that really hurt him as well in terms of his ability to just grind out rallies against Rafa and grind out Djokovic and Federer. And I mean, if you think about it, Andy's been the one of these guys that's really had the most physical problems. You know, he had a hip replacement back in 2017 or 18. And ever since then, he's really been struggling to get back to his old form. So I think part of it had to do with maybe a lack of defensive strength from Murray. I don't think he had the same weaponry in terms of shot selection that the other Big Three members had, but I think he was a very mentally strong competitor, and this allowed him to come in and periodically win some Grand Slam titles. I think in some senses, Andy could have achieved a little bit more. He definitely had a very good chance to win the Australian Open back in 2013, and I think also maybe in 2015, or not sure if it was 15 or 16, but he had a couple of years where he was pretty close to getting a 2-1 lead on Djokovic and couldn't quite do it. But I would say overall, I think Andy had a very good career, and he just didn't quite have the weapons to compete with those other top players. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you at the next one. This is Chris, signing out.